After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast episode
Wow.
300. Yay.
Yay.
We're glad to have you with us.
Even if we can't say episode.
Well, maybe. Anyway, want to welcome all our new and returning viewers. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
As I said, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad that you can find us here for the Foon and the Woman Cave. If we do have some new members who are official, we have Anna955, who is Anna, and Rita Denise, who is Rita. Welcome aboard, both of you. We're glad to have you with us. If you are with us for the first time, we hope you will return and find something you like. And if you are returning, as always, we're glad that you have rejoined us. Mm-hmm. If you're in the shadows, please feel free to subscribe on our YouTube channel. At your left is a button, a little red button that says subscribe. Just push that and ring the little bell so you get subscriptions. And if you haven't already joined the Ravelry group, we'd love to see you there, because that's where all the fun stuff happens. You know, the chatter, all the Foon stuff, all the chatter, all the projects and camaraderie and all that is on the Ravelry group. That's where the prizes can be won. So you have to be a member of that group to be able to be eligible for prizes. Okay.
For us, this is early Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you who like the Sleeping Talia episodes,
you're probably going to get one.
You might get one.
Yeah, and I'm a little tired as well, but not too bad, so I should be fairly awake.
Well, there has never been a Sleeping Mom episode.
But I have not had my tea yet, which means you may get the tongue-tied person today.
I thought that was just your cute little lisp.
No. Okay, what do you have in your mug? I went first last time.
No.
I gave you absolutely no trouble. In fact, I'm not doing it.
No, she has chai tea in her mug.
Okay, you can do it, but I'm not doing it.
What are you, 2?
I'm 2.
Oh, wait, I thought you were 3.
I am 3.
I don't know why you're 3.
Josh was 2.
For some reason, whenever you ask her and she chooses a child's age, she always chooses 3, and I'm not sure why.
Because it's not 2? I don't know.
Anyway, that's what's in her mug.
I don't have a mug. That's not a mug.
That's what's in her thermos. See, I'm doing it for her, so I still win.
She thinks she wins because I didn't do it.
So, but I still won.
No, I actually won. This is what happens when we have this goofy mood early in the morning. What is in your mug?
What happens is I win.
No, she thinks she wins. She's delusional.
Not delusional.
Yes, very much so.
Not. I am
saying
still
not
using
does not mean anything.
The mug that's, because all my other mugs are buried and have things in them. Mine doesn't say thank you on it though.
I don't know who put that on there.
No. This is my I Fight for Dysautonomia Awareness mug. And I was totally about to spill that on my lap. So let's put that down.
My blue mug is chai tea. There, I did a second.
And in this mug,
I must win.
But you didn't, because I wasn't done yet.
Finish up.
It's Plum Deluxe tea, no obligations decaf black tea. Sit down for a couple with no expectations. So it's got decaf black tea.
I like decaf better.
Rubio's tea, cinnamon, orange peel, cocoa nibs, calendula, hazelnut, almond, vanilla essences, love and gratitude.
Is that a new one?
Yes.
I think. Oh, this was in your last package, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I thought about using my Tavana tea today, but I hadn't had my chai tea yet.
You see, if you had done Savannah tea, you might have...
I had something new last week, and you let me go first anyway. Made me go first.
No, I didn't.
I didn't even argue with you, and it's on tape.
I don't recall this. But it was because you went last the time before.
So your pants.
So your pants.
Don't ask. That's something my husband says. I have no idea.
Is that where it came from?
I think Aunt Nancy used to tell him.
Oh, okay.
Go, so your pants. I don't know.
But and it usually says all the way to Mexico.
All the way to Mexico, yeah. I don't know. Don't ask. I have no clue. Okay.
That's not like a thing?
What?
That's not, I guess that's just a family thing? I didn't know that.
I guess. I don't know. I never heard of it until Daddy used to say it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Before we get into the actual podcast, my husband wanted me to show, because some of you guys have mentioned his artwork, and he's been working on a painting for our 35th anniversary, which is in June. And he said, you can show it if you want to. So I'm going to come out of frame for just a second. It's still, I've got to be careful. I think it makes me, he sprayed it. I'm afraid it's damp. So he did this. This is for our 35th anniversary, which is in June. And he's been working on it for what, about 2-3 months? I
kind of lose track of time.
So this will be...
Actually, isn't that the same shirt you're wearing now?
No. Well, it's a similar shirt. I think I have a silver one like this.
Oh, okay.
And what he did was he found out that the color emerald, that 35 is emerald. So he wanted to make sure I was wearing green, but he didn't want me wearing bright green. So this, if you look at it, I don't know if you can tell that it's actually a green. It's not gray, it's an actual green. So I'm kind of happy with it. I'm very happy with it. I'm looking forward to putting it up.
I can tell in person. I can't tell when I look on the camera that's green, but once I look at it a little closer, I can tell.
It's definitely green. So I'm going to go ahead and be out of frame for just a minute. I'm going to go put this where it won't get damaged by the stuff we're throwing around. So yeah. I'll be right back.
So I had to pretend to be interesting for 5 seconds while she's walking off screen, which is a little bit more challenging than anticipated. Okay, I think she's hanging up on the wall. I've run out of interesting.
You've never been running out of interesting. Okay, I'm back. I just put it on the wall because I was afraid that if I left it on the floor, something would fall and puncture it or something. Okay, so on to stuff.
Yeah, because it's actually on a canvas versus like wood or something.
Right, it can be punctured.
Because his Mona Lisa was actually done on wood.
Right, well that was because he was doing a, he was trying to be faithful to, he was trying to recreate it.
Because the original Mona Lisa was done on wood versus canvas.
Okay, now, coupon codes. Lady Fritico Creations is still having the coupon code. It is in the shop, not in the shop, in the Ravelry group, and it will be in this thread. On our Ravelry group and on Crocheting Hoovian's Ravelry group. 15% off your purchase. And that runs for a while, runs till June. So take a look if you'd like. And moving on to, well, I usually say other things here, don't I? Upcoming. All right, okay. I'm sorry, I haven't had my tea. So
you're asking me if you say other things. This is usually the part of the podcast where I'm off in La La Land.
Yes, this is true. Hopefully this will help. Okay, autism awareness is upcoming. Okay, that starts April 1st and runs through the end of June. So it ends the midnight of. Oh, I know what I forgot. I'm going to back it up for just a second. Y'all remember this skein of yarn, right? This is our 300th episode. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, this was up for grabs for a giveaway to help celebrate reaching the 300 episode mark.
And we really enjoyed seeing all y'all.
Yes, that was some of them made me really smile. All the people who liked Davina, that made her happy, made us happy. I had to laugh when Sue talked about us going back like this. Yes. That was fun. So we're really glad that you liked the episodes. It made us smile to see what you actually liked. I did the random number generator just before we set up the podcast, just as we were setting up the podcast, and it was number 8, and that's Valeria. Okay, so Valeria, yes, I know I have your address. Send it to me anyway, because I'd like to hear from you. Okay, so this is Valeria. Congratulations. You have the
Valeria.
Juliana's Lucid Dream Sock Yarn It's from Ontario, Canada, 420 yards, 80% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon. Okay? So you just contact me and we'll get this out to you, Valeria. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Now, moving on. Autism Awareness is coming up, as I said, April 1st. So Autism Awareness, the colorway has wonderful pre-orders. Thank you so much for all the people who have supported the shop and Autism Awareness by pre-ordering the yarn. I am busy dyeing. I've done about a third of the orders. The DK has come in. I ran out of fingering, so I'm waiting for that to come in so I can do the orders that are fingering weight. I do have a couple fingering weight done, but I have to wait for the order. It's already in transit. It's coming. I should receive it in the next couple, 2-3 days, I guess. So I'll be able to do that. DK already came in, so I could start dyeing that. So thank you very, very much. I'm glad you like the yarn so much. It makes me happy. We have a co-host. That's Laura Concert. And there's one other co-host that I have not yet talked to, and I'm hoping that that person, that group, will be amiable to doing it with us. As I said, it does run for 3 months, April through June. The rules are pretty much the same, and they'll be up in the group in the next few days. Okay, 1 whip per project per week.
I just can't believe that we're at that time already.
I can't either. I mean, we're already looking at Maryland sheep and wool. And the featured patterns are Franciscan Gypsy designs and a crocheting Hoovians, Hufflepuff. Actually, any of her patterns. She has 2 of them. That's brightly colored. And then the featured yarn is mine, which is Lady Fernico Creations. There may be one more featured designer, but I have to talk to Talia about it first. So that's that.
I don't actually know what you're talking about.
I haven't talked to you about it yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I've been meaning to talk to you about it. I just never have done it. So, all right. We have some prizes from Looney Hiker, who is Pat. She has a wonderful shawl pattern out that she developed, I think it was with her sister in mind. And you can read about that on her on the project page for that, the pattern page. It's a very nice story. It's a beautiful pattern. And Cappy and her mother, the stitch markers, with the last set of stitch markers is going out for the Autism Awareness. And there will be other prizes as we receive them and as we find them. So, okay. The Harry Potter Cal is going strong. That's over in the Victorian Studios podcast. And that's Maureen. Okay, so, and anything Harry Potter related, the rules are in her group. It's a wonderful podcast, so you can check it out and see for yourself. The Year of Socks Cal is going on in the Crocheting Hoovian podcast, a Crocheting Hoovian, and that's Laura Concert. Okay, and it's already going strong over there, and the rules are in the group as well. Another very wonderful podcast. Her podcast might be a little more sporadic right now. She has some things that she's dealing with, but it's well worth watching, and it's well worth waiting for. The Shorty Socks Cal, that's Undead Yarn. That's Heidi Nitty Girl.
Did you determine when it was done?
No.
Slacker.
I think it's a year long, but I'm not sure. So that's, and Heidi also, she's been so busy with her shop because she's doing a lot of dyeing for festivals and things like that. But hers is really well worth watching as well. You can check her out. The rules will be in her group. The Never Gonna Knit You Up Cal is in the Bakery Bears, okay, and that is the unique skein, that wonderful skein that you bought because you just had to have it, and then you couldn't find anything to do with it, or you didn't want to break into it because you didn't want to ruin the prettiness. This is for using that skein or that sock blank or whatever. And you have to be part of the Bakery Bears for that one, and the rules are in that group. And then a few others that are, I don't have on my notes. I keep saying I'm going to put them on my notes and I forget, is the Never Cast Off podcast has a Cal going on. That's a stash reduction kind of thing. And the rules are in the group. I really don't know. I don't think there are prizes for that. I think that's just, you know, for camaraderie and helping and supporting and oohing and ahhing and enabling and all that kind of stuff. But you can check that out. I love Never Cast Off. That's a really fun podcast. And they branched off where Debbie does a few on her own right now where she's doing breed studies. And then when she and Sheila get together, they do the regular podcast. And I think if it's too long, they split it up. So they might have some, like every week, occasionally. You just have to watch them. They're well worth watching. They're very informative and they're very entertaining. Packing Knits from the Packing Knits podcast, she's doing a slipper cal, I think it is, and I'm not sure how long that runs, so it might be over at the end of March, but I'm not sure. And the rules are in her group. She's fun to watch too. She's the one who's in Florida, and she's got the peacocks and the baby chicks and all that kind of stuff, so she's fun. And then two that are not podcasts are Bee's Knees, and who's Vani, and Comforting Crafts, which is Brittany. Brittany is doing 18 hats in 2018, and Vani is doing 18 toys in 2018. So those are fun. Okay.
Well, on my way for the 18 hats.
I think I have 3 or 4 hats, and I have several. I have others on the hooks, but the needles. So I'm gonna check them out because they're fun. All right, moving on. Now that we're 15 minutes in, the PHN current. Okay, Tea and Tails. We're 3 months in, just about, guys. We're ending our first quarter at the end of this month, which means the first quarter prizes will be up for grabs.
Can't believe we're at that already.
I know.
I feel like I just sent off the last ones.
Well, that's because it took so long. We had a lot going on. PHN Tea and Tails Cal. This runs to the end of the year, and as I explained in detail the last couple of podcasts, how we're doing the prizes and everything. So the first set of prizes will go out, and we'll pull for them at the end of March, and I think there's 2 of them. And the projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, and previous whips will be allowed, 1 whip per project per week, and everything will be in the same thread. Chatter, whips, finished objects are all in the same thread. I can't keep track of more than one thread. one thread. And they must be tied in some way, shape, or form to Tea and Tails. Tea and or Tails. Which means graphic novels, short stories, books, novelizations. You know, we said in past podcasts, went through that a lot, so in depth.
Guys, if you do Zuzu's Petals, it would have to be off of like a novelization of the movie, because the original book for which It's a Wonderful Life was based on does not have the name of any of its children.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
So I'm sure there's some novelization of the movie version out there somewhere. And if I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
If it doesn't fit for ours, Rose Bob, I think you started it January 1st. You can put it into the Ready, Set, Go before it finishes. And you can put it into Laura Concerts for the movie.
But I'd be shocked if there wasn't some
I'm sure there's a
novelization of that movie somewhere.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't count for the original source material, because the original source material has George's name, Mary's name. Those are the only 2 names of the... I flipped through it when I can't remember. I didn't read it through all the time, but I checked for the kids. The kids would have been bookended at the beginning and the end, because it's not a very big short story.
No, it's not. So if you can find the novelization, that's fine. Then it would have Zuzu's name. It doesn't even have to have Zuzu's Petals. It just has to have Zuzu's name in it.
Yeah.
But the novelization would.
Yeah.
Of the movie. So, okay. All right.
I'm positive it exists.
I'm sure it does. Okay, Franciscan Designs, FOs.
Franciscan Designs? What's Franciscan Design?
Yeah, Franciscan Gypsy Designs, FOs.
Are the monks, friars out there
you know what? You want to handle this?
No.
Okay, be quiet.
No. See these Franciscan friars making a bunch.
You want to give them? That's fine. Franciscan Gypsy Designs FOs that can be related to Tea and Tails, or any FOs and Lady Vertical Creations will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize.
You know, if it's going to be Franciscans, it's going to be like Friar Tuck Franciscan versus like the Franciscans that taught at my school.
Are you finished?
No.
Not even remotely?
Not even remotely.
That is a reference. Okay, PHN Tea and Tails. Okay. I said it was Taya's featured patterns, if you can relate to Tea and Tails. My Yarn. Featured patterns. And these are knit by Joanna Johnson. She's done several literary kind of, like Anne of Green Gables and things like that. Featured patterns by Mom Cook, who is Renee. These are loom patterns, and she has several that are tea and tail related, but yeah, both tea and tail, because she gifted me patterns that were mythology, not mythology.
Oh yeah, mythology. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, and then the Hufflepuff by Laura Concert is eligible for 2 chances at a prize. And if you should use one of the featured patterns with my yarn, then the FO gets 3 chances at a prize. And as long as she keeps interrupting me, you're going to get a really jumbled kind of thing.
I just said oops is a bunny.
Oops, Valeria likes the oops is a bunny. Okay, so, and the prizes that are coming up at the end of the month, let's see, I guess it'll be the next, no, it won't be the next podcast. It'll be we'll pull it at the end of March, so you'll hear about it, the first one in April. Is, the 2 prizes that are coming up will be a Lady Fernicle Creations skein of yarn, lengthening shadows, fingering sock in the Stardust base. And that was from Jeannie. And then Franciscan Gypsy's design pattern, also from Jeannie, of your choice.
But not Franciscan
No.
patterns.
So those two patterns will be going out sometime in April for the March, the first quarter. Okay. And we have several other prizes that I went over last week in depth, so I'm not going to go over them today except to say thank you to the people who donated. Thank you very much.
Thank you much.
The Ready, Set, Go Cal is almost at an end. I am blown away. I know I say this every week, but there's like 3,000 or 4,000 posts or something like that. And
some of it's chatter.
A lot of it's chatter, but there's a lot of it that is also whips and FOs and things like that. And it's so much fun to see you guys enjoying this so much. I get caught up. I do like 4 or 5 pages, and then I don't get caught up. I get kind of caught up, and I come back, and not only my 4 or 5 pages been eaten back up again, I've got 4 or 5 pages more at the end of it. So, of course, the 4 or 5 pages at the end of it could also be mine. But but it's really amazing to see all the work in there, all the fun in there, fun in there. So we'll be pulling for that pretty soon, and the rules are pretty much the same, except that nothing that was done before January 1st is eligible. Okay, so your whips and everything have to be something that was not started before
prior
April
2018.
1st. Yeah, it has to be January 1st, 2018 on. So 1 whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished, as long as the project was started January 1st or later. Okay, and we have a co-host for this. That's Lovely Packy Knits. That's Heidi. And so, check out her podcast, as I said. We're very glad to have her with us. And her rules might be slightly different, so you have to check them out. Okay, and if you want to be eligible for the prizes in both groups, you're free to double dip, but you have to be a member of both groups. Okay? Let's see here.
Whichever group you are wanting a prize from, you have to be a member of said group.
Exactly. Okay. And that's pretty much standard procedure.
Yeah.
We have a set of stitch markers from Cappy and her mom for this prize drawing for the Ready, Set, Go. We have a skein of Lady Fernicle Creations DK yarn in the Stormy Weather colorway that was donated by Yarns It. Thank you, Jeannie.
Thank you.
A skein of Lady Fernicle Creations Fingering Sock in the Good and Plenty Oops colorway, donated by Cookie45. That's Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie, very, very much for both of that. Franciscan Gypsy's Design Pattern, a pattern that was also donated by Jeannie. Yarns It. Thank you, Jeannie. And Franciscan Gypsy Designs mug, donated by Stephanie.
Thank you.
Cookie45, thank you very much. We had some generous donations here. And also a skein of yarn from Christina, who is Mama C, and a drawstring project bag from Christina, who is Mama C. So thank you very much. And then Teresa, who's so sweet, donating this. A knit beanie kit from Teresa, who's Lily Maya. So we have several prizes for you guys at the end of this month. So keep up the good work. We love seeing everything, and we love the fact that you are so involved. It makes us happy. Okay. Is there anything else I need to talk about now?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, how many whips do you have?
I had to open my show notes.
My head is starting to get a little less fuzzy now that I have some tea. Valeria, I love, 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 love that baby Groot. She posted for me on my Facebook a little baby Groot with his little dancing thing, and it said something about the first drop of coffee makes a grumpy person happy, but she put down for me it would be chai tea. And she was absolutely right.
Yes, we tell her she can't give up chai tea for Lent because making the rest of us suffer for Lent is not the point.
I'm cute. Cute? No?
Not when you're cranky.
I'm never cranky.
Not when you're chai deprived. My show notes are taking a little bit. There we go.
I think I have 8. I've been really busy, so I didn't get a lot of work done. I've been doing a lot of dyeing.
And we're podcasting a day early.
Yeah.
A day early and $1 short.
Yeah, day early, $1 short.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I have 8. All right, I will go first.
Times 2.
Yes. Okay. All right, my first project is one you haven't seen in a couple podcasts. This is in my Mama C Words bag.
We haven't seen that bag in a couple podcasts.
Yeah, this is my York the Owl. This is Aurora the Owl project from York the Owl by Talia. And then I had the head finished for a while.
Hat?
The hat, yes, my hat. Look at my hat. This is the head. It's been done for a while. Okay.
Come on, gimme.
And this is the body's been done for a while, and the beak.
Hold on. One thing at a time. I can only juggle so much at a time. He's a little bit. Mine generally stay a little bit. I think yours is a little floppier for some reason. Oh, because your gauge is a little bit.
Yeah, there's the beak. And then, the tail's in here somewhere. I finished the tail. There. And I'm working on both wings
Concurrently.
here. I can't get this. Whoops.
There we go.
There. Okay, well.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get.
And here's the wings. So I'm working on this. And I like working on this. This is when my hands are cranky and can only do so much crocheting, I stick to the toys because they're only single crochet.
Mm-hmm.
So this, and I haven't felt like working toys, but I felt like working on, Aurora. Because Aurora has to go somewhere and she needs to be finished. No, I'm not keeping her. How about that?
I didn't know you weren't keeping her.
Well, I vacillate back and forth, but
We'll see if she ends up on the couch.
yeah. Okay.
Oops, it's bunny.
My next project, I did work a little bit on this yesterday, and this, oh, before I forget, Beth and Miss Birdie Bees, I think that's Paula. Paula, if Miss Birdie Bees, if that's wrong, if I got the wrong name, I know who you are, I can see you from VKN, I just can't remember your name. I think it's Paula. Thank you for the information you gave me on loom knits, the links and the information. I really appreciate it. Beth, to answer your question, I didn't have a chance to answer you before I got on the podcast. I have not yet had a chance to look at things, so I do appreciate you taking the time to explain it. I have to go back and look because my muddled brain didn't get it all completely, but thank you very much. This is in my Kiki Boo Holiday Owls bag, and this is my caramel cream project, which is why I was talking about loom stuff, because it's a loom project. And I did a little project. I do like the way this looks. Look at that. I like, can you see that?
Really can.
It just makes me happy. That colorway, I think it's really nice. It's definitely a little boy's hat, I think, or maybe a little redheads.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it would look really cute on redhead.
Yeah. So this is fun. It's a baby loom, and I'm thinking that I'm determining what my favorite kind of looms are. I really like the ones that have either the anchor peg here, or the Cindy Woods tend to have like it's not really a peg, it's kind of like a tack or a button or something, so I can wrap the yarn around. I don't like it when they don't have anything. This helps me to judge where I'm at, and it also gives me a place to put my yarn instead of having to tie it around the loom itself or hold on to it or something. So it's a lot easier for me if it's done this way. So that's really cool. I'm enjoying this. And the yarn, like I said, I think I know what it is. I keep forgetting to check. I can see a skein up there lying sideways, but I can't read what it says. So I think it's a
So it's not two held together?
Yeah, it's two held together.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Oh, I see.
And I've actually passed where I was when I tore it out. So usually I can finish these pretty quickly if I just sit down and do it.
Amazing how that works.
Yeah, I thought that maybe the angels watching over me would do it. Or the little elves. Keebler elves.
Brownies.
Yeah, brownies.
Okay, so in my
Careful.
In my Ploverbird Kissing Bunnies bag is the Just a Little Chilly Miter Square Afghan, which has scrapped
did some work on that?
Sport DK worsted weight yarns. So I got a little bit of work done on this.
When did you work on this?
Past couple days.
Okay. This is the fingering weight or the... No.
No, I don't have a fingering weight.
Oh, that's right. You tore it out. This is the bigger one.
Yeah. So I finished this square. This is an old Nightwing.
Yeah, I thought that was Nightwing.
Um,
That's basically how that one skein will work out. The Nightwing
Yeah.
that I did. Only that one I think
that's back to old food
this is food coloring.
Yeah.
And mine started early.
This one, just moving the stitch markers that way. I know.
Oh, it's the chocolate bunny from Maureen.
Yeah.
I wish Canada's. I wish that postage between Canada and the United States wasn't so expensive.
And this one is Mom's. What's the name of the one for the?
Oh, that's
kit?
Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. So. And that's actually not for the faint of heart. Is part of why I chose a smaller needle than on my other blanket, because this is almost fingering weights with how thin it is. This is a long sport.
Yeah.
And using the smaller needles for this blanket has made it so it's not quite as thin on my other blanket.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel overly thin here, but
right. But in the other blanket where I had my needle size up, I really didn't care for the way it worked out.
And like I said last week, it makes sense. I think I said to all
US
of you,
5s for this one.
I think I said it to you all, but I might have been talking to Talia too, since I can't remember. But it makes sense that if you have something that has the same amount of grams, and it says it has more yarn, that's probably going to be lightweight.
Yeah, and this is a light sport, so that's part of why I went down.
And I've
size.
notated that now in my shop when I do the long sport that it is a light sport. That it seems that people have said it's lighter. So
That be that.
excuse me. Okay. My next one is in my, and I don't know how much longer I have on this because I haven't measured it yet, so it might be closer to being done than I think. This is in my Kikiboo puzzle pieces bag. I like this puzzle pieces bag. And it's my, because he asked me project for the Tie Me Up pattern by Bernat Designs. And I think I'm really close to the, if I'm not quite there yet, I'm really close to being able to do the last decreases and finish this thing off. So he might have it for Father's Day. Maybe. I have to work on it to do it. So I haven't worked on it in a while. That's why it hasn't grown a whole lot. I think I did about 4 rows. But I do love the colorway, the Shire colorway.
Oh, it's a beautiful colorway.
This is Madeline Tosh DK. Matt Tosh. I'll tell you, this is the one that they gave me the wrong colorway and I kept it.
Yeah.
This is Tosh DK. I think it's a Shire colorway, but I can't see it right now.
It is a Shire colorway.
Oh yeah, there is Shire colorway. So this is how much I have of this skein. I don't think I'm going to have to do very much at all for this one. So I'll have plenty to do mitts or something. And this is, you know, I'll be glad to have this done. It's not hard. It's just, it takes forever. And I keep forgetting where my count is. Now I know how to go back and, you know, tink back if I have to. But if I don't notice it till I've done several rows, and it's a design element. It's going to be in the back of his head or behind the tie anyway. So that's going to be a design element. So that's that.
Okay, so the next one is in my Silver Shed USA books bag. And this is the Quicksilver hat. It's the Cove pattern by Sarah Keller.
It's actual Cove? C-O-V-E?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Why?
I just, every time you say it, I wanted to ask you if that was what it was called.
Yeah, Cove. By Sarah Keller. And I'm using Lady Furnico Creations yarn. And the colorway is Quicksilver. This is Long Sport. And originally it was a Tressia pattern, but I switched over to Cove because the Tressia was hurting my wrist.
Can't have that.
So,
want to protect your hands.
yeah.
Oh, Ty, you did a lot of progress on this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it a little bit? Oh, that's really pretty.
Well, I knit on this a fair amount while I was watching Person of Interest the past couple.
Make sure they get a good close-up of that, Ty, because that's real pretty. Isn't that pretty?
I probably would not be anywhere near this if I was working on the other pattern. So Davina will have this sooner rather.
It almost looks like 2 Christmas trees right now.
So.
Isn't that pretty?
And it'll just have the lattice work on the one side of the hat. I'll have to show her how to wear it.
Oh, she'll love it. It's fashionable.
Yeah, well, that's what I showed her. She wanted to make sure it was fashionable, and she told me I had a little bit more of a slouch.
I know she wants another of the hat I made her. The I said, do you want it the way I did the yellow one? No, I like the way you did the blue one. She has opinions. She loves your hats. I think she has like, what, 12 hats?
I don't think I've made her quite that many.
No, but you're between us.
Yeah, between us
and Brittany.
Yeah. So.
Excuse me. Oh, really. I beg your pardon. Okay. In my Ploverbird sheet bag, this one is my Happiness is a Rainbow project. This is, I keep saying it's for Davina, but it may not be. And I did a little bit of work on this. I have to order more of these things. Guess I'm upside down.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, no, okay, sorry. I was looking in the wrong direction.
Here we go. So you can see that I haven't made a whole lot of progress on this, but it's definitely
Hold it the other way, Mom, because this is the top of the shawl.
Well, I had it that way before, but I'm glad that the purple's at the top. It's a little more subdued at the top.
Because I didn't register for some reason the purple was the top.
I mean, it's already enough to be a kerchief.
Yeah.
But it's going to keep going. This is the Mandela DK. And I've still got a fair amount of the orange to do before I hit the yellow. It goes into a lighter orange before it hits the yellow, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to getting to the green and the blue because that'll be a definite change. And then it goes back to the purple.
Although, whereas before you couldn't see the change at all, now you can see the change.
Right, sure. You can see it now. I mean, it's definitely, you know. And it's working up really nice. It's working up stripy. Is this the back because it has the... This is garter stitch. Does garter stitch have a back?
I feel like it does when there's color work.
Because like a...
When there's color. Because you can kind of see what I...
Although there's no color work in this. This
no,
is
there's
color.
not.
This is a stripe.
Yeah, honestly, there's no back. Sorry. I'm looking at it closer now.
Yeah, so... And this is my own pattern. I have 2 of these on
If
the
it had been a
so.
striping yarn with a reverse stockinette, I would have said, yeah, totally, there was back.
Right. So this is fun. I mean, this is, you know, when I just don't want to think about what I'm doing. I know where the increases are, and I just kind of go. So, right, your turn.
Okay, let me finish this increase. There we go. So, in my, I think it's in this one. In my Silver Shed USA nursing caps on a pale field hat is the Pug Hug, which is the Pug Love pattern by Michael Snow. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the colorways Naked and Obsidian, and Mad Tosh DK in the colorway Moorland, and Lady Fernico Creations in the colorway Not Quite a Pug. So, I actually don't usually stop in the middle of a pug, but I did this time.
Oh, did you? Poor little pugs.
I am, I've started off to the point where I'm...
Okay, go ahead.
What?
No, I can't say anything.
Okay. There's, the black for where I'm starting to head into the pug muzzle and stuff, or starting to think about the pug muzzle and stuff. The head is going to start soon.
Oh, that's looking good, Taya.
So.
Very nice. Definitely tell they're pugs.
Yeah. Well, it's hard. You can tell they're dogs right now.
Well, the whole body, the pug body has a shape to it.
Yeah.
Although it could be something else as well that has that same similar shape.
Yeah.
But.
So.
Okay. All right. My next one is... Let's see. Make sure I've got the right bag here. Yes. Okay. In my Plover Bird, I love this. I love my tea bags. My tea and my owl bags. This is a Plover Bird teacup, tea time bag. And this is my Sherwood shawl from the TGV High Speed Knitting Pattern by Susan Ashcroft. And I haven't really done as much as I wanted to on this, especially if I want to finish it by May. But I'm doing what my hands will allow me to do. And Laura said very sweetly, don't hurt your hands. So I'm just doing as I can. And I love Laura. She makes me happy. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
That's Spinning Laura, Laura Smoot. Okay. Because we have a habit of mentioning a couple Laura kind of situation there. So, so this is what it looks like. I love this. This is Laura's Handspun. And I just love, look at the colors, look at that green.
Yes,
Isn't
it's
that
a very
amazing?
nice green.
I love it. Very, very nice. And for those of you who haven't seen the podcast before, this is the skein. I think I'm going to look for a ball winder that does mega skeins because I have that 890 mega skein of worsted weight.
Yeah.
And I can't skein it up. I don't want to cut it.
Right.
So if I'm not buying a lot of yarn this time, I might buy a nice ball winder and then just a couple skeins of yarn.
Right.
So,
Well, I've never seen ball winders there.
I have.
Oh, have you?
They're just
Okay.
pricey. You have to go to the wood area.
Oh, okay.
After we hit Miss Babs and Dragonfly, Marigold Jen won't be there this year. So
Oh, she won't?
no, her daughter will be there.
Okay.
But I don't know if she'll have any yarn or not. She has mostly fiber.
Yeah.
So we'll hit, Dragonfly, Miss Babs, and a couple other places. That place where you got my birthday gift, or Mother's Day gift.
Right, I did like the mini skeins she had.
So we'll probably go to those 3 places before we go to look for the ball winders.
I'll
but-
have to make sure to snag the bands from that. The ball bands I have from.
Right, I have to check mine as well because I haven't used mine yet because the colors are not quite what I thought they were. So I'm going to make something with it, but it's probably going to be given away. I hope that she has some more of the jewel tones.
Yeah. But I've used her mini skeins in that blanket.
Yeah, for those of you who are going to Maryland's Sheep and Wool, we will be there on Saturday, so feel free to say hello. Pat, that means you, Looney Hiker, if you go. I know you've been there before. Now that you've been called out on the carpet, Pat, she makes me happy.
You need to, okay, so make sure you put rap names, because you just put first names, especially since I'm a little sleep deprived, or will be a little sleep
Well,
deprived.
both Beth and Paula's, I'm not sure of their names. I think Beth is Round and Round I Go, and I think Paula is Birdie's Bees or Birdie Bees. You have to, I don't know. Okay.
I had to read your mind somehow.
Well, it's in there. I mean, if you see Paula and Birdie Bees, you know who it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying, if you're on the internet. But go ahead, your turn.
I don't know how you anticipate me figuring that out from all of our members. Okay.
All I have to do is look on the YouTube comments right there.
Should make you do the show notes.
I gave you my show notes.
Now I have something in my eye.
Serves you right.
Mm.
Do you want me to go next? Again? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I have 2 left. How many do you have?
3.
So, in my Silvershed USA Batman bag is the Ministering Tam. This is the chamomile tam pattern by Marie Wallen. I'm using Mad Tosh DK in the colorways Antique Lace, Phantasm, Flycatcher Blue, Blood Runs Cold, Joshua Shire, and Liquid Gold.
Oh, is this your minestrone?
Yes.
Did you work on that this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty.
So, it's a little bit more muted than I generally like to make my color work. I like my color work to be bright.
I think it's going to be really nice, though, when it's done.
Yeah. So,
To me, it's kind of masculine.
it is kind of masculine.
I think it's the color choices.
Not that I would ever see Dad wearing it.
But Grandpa would.
Grandpa might. But,
Grandpa will wear anything we made for him.
yes.
Be a paper bag.
So,
That's really nice.
just about to head back into the Shire again.
It's a nice girl's hat, too. Unisex.
So,
Or as Davina says, unigender.
there, it doesn't,
Is this a fashion statement?
yes.
Little tail at the
totally.
back of the head?
Totally. So, there it is. I mean, I'm not loving it quite as much as my previous color work. I enjoy working it, but the colors aren't quite as fun for me.
Is this the same person?
No.
No? Okay.
Different designer.
How's the pattern?
Pattern's fine. The pattern's enjoyable. I just think I would enjoy it more if I had different colors.
Do you think if you had put like a white instead of a...
Maybe. It's not quite as bright as the other one. The other one, part of the fun was how bright it was.
I actually like that one. That's nice. It's better. It's something that's a little more muted that, not everybody likes to have. Look at me.
I ain't people.
I ain't people. And that's also a reference. Okay. All right, my next one is in my Mama See Owl's bag. So I got both her bags out this time. Look, Christina, both your bags this time. I don't know if I spelled that right, but her rap name. I don't know if it has two. Okay. This is my owl bag that she made for me.
Oops, it's funny.
Because I wanted one. She made it for me. And this is Hedwig the Owl. So, yeah, this is this. The bottom has been done for a while.
Did you see the...
Yes, and I responded.
Okay.
I did respond. Saying that I had already done one eye, and if it doesn't work, I've almost completed it. If it doesn't work, I'll try what she said. This is the eye. I'm almost finished with the eye. Something... I was really tired, and I was having trouble reading the pattern and understanding what it said. So, the color's not quite the same. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't have a match exactly, but I don't mind that. That's fine. If I think it's too heavy, this is a worsted with the Aran, and if I think it's too heavy for this, then I will go ahead and do it in the DK, like it was suggested. I forget who suggested it. I do appreciate it. I had already started it, so I didn't do it yet because I didn't see it till I was already at this point. But I will keep that in mind if I have to redo it, and I appreciate your help. Oh, Sylvie. I don't know what her I just remember she was from France. It's Sylvie. I'll put from France so I remember who it is. She's a sweetheart. So that's this. The yarn I'm using on this is, Talia gave it to me. It's Knit Pits Andes del Campo, and this is 100% wool, so it's Highland wool, and it's Aran heavy worsted, so it's not superwash, so it's a good use for it. I don't particularly like non-superwash fibers. They hurt my hands to work with because they seem not to have a lot of give, and I guess that's borne out by the fact that if you make something, a garment or something superwash, it can stretch.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Oh, I have two more.
Yeah, you should. I have two more too.
Okay. So, in my Social USA Rebel Scum bag is a Diana's hat pattern by Joanna Johnson. I've called this project Lady Cordelia, and I'm using Lady Fernco Creations. This is fingering weight, and the color is Rhapsody. The colorway is Rhapsody in Blue. I love the way this works up, even though it's not going to show up.
Oh, it's not showing.
It never does.
Let me see here. It's not showing.
It just gets blown out.
It's got there's a turquoise in that bigger middle section.
Yeah, you
is
see,
turquoise.
it really does not show the
Turquoise,
beauty of it.
and there's like I don't know, what would you call that? A regular blue up here.
Yeah,
And then there's a dark blue over here.
and it doesn't show hardly at all the beauty of this yarn. It just gets blown out.
It was really hard to take a picture of this yarn. It just, for some reason, I asked my husband, he's a photographer, he said blues sometimes can be hard. So
there's a lot of variation to this blue, and it's very lovely, but the camera does not show it.
yeah, it's not wanting to cooperate.
Because it's very rare that I'll steal.
Yeah, she saw it hanging downstairs. She said, I want that. I said, what?
So
Actually, I said no, didn't I?
yes, you did. You thought I was talking about something else. I was like, why can't I have it?
I forget what I was. I thought you were talking about something I was using.
Yeah.
And I said you couldn't have it until I finished with it, and I'd give it to you, whatever was left. But she meant this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay.
I thought she was gonna cry. Her little Talia tears.
So.
Let's see here. Okay, the next one I am doing is in my Silver Shed USA Tortoise versus Hare. I love Anne's bags. This is from the Tortoise versus Hare last year, and this is the tortoise bag. because tortoises rule. As long as there's no owls involved.
Tortoises do not rule.
This is the Bobbing Along Baby Blanket project, and Bobbing Along comes from, it's a reference to Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Which I don't care for.
I don't either, but I love Angela Lansbury. And I actually did some work on this, but it looks like I'm pretty much where I was because I tore it all out because I was tired last night, or the other night when I was doing it, and I couldn't quite remember what I was supposed to be doing. And I checked the pattern, I still couldn't quite figure it out. So I said, okay, I'll just put this away for now. But I do love the way this, I had gotten all the way, I had to ball this up because it was starting to implode. Mm-hmm. So I had gotten a lot of this blue on the first row. It looks like black, but it's actually a navy blue. Mm-hmm. I had to roll the skein up by hand because it got really, really floppy and it was starting to get difficult to deal with. And this yarn is Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel Blueberry Pie, and Davina got me 2 of these. It's a worsted weight, 355 yards, 325 meters, 100% acrylic. And I think I might need all 3 for this little blanket. Because, well, maybe not, maybe 2. But
we shall see.
We shall see. In any event, Davina gave me the yarn for it then.
And she really wanted it to be a blanket.
She wanted it to be a blanket, so this is what it is. And this is fun. This is one that I have to do a little at a time, because even though crochet is my first love, I can only do it a little at a time. So that's okay. If I can do it a little at a time and still do it, that's fine. Excuse me. I apologize. I'm very, I don't know, there's something, allergies or something.
Okay, so my last project is a secret project. Blair has been on the Franciscan Gypsy Designs thread reminding me that designing does exist.
She was using the Franciscan Gypsy cattle prod.
Yes, so a design has been started.
It's so cute.
Hopefully this will get me kind of jump started a little bit. I've been having a bit of a designing, I'm not even sure what you call it, lag.
Kind of like writer's block, or
kind of like a block, but nothing I could think of to design was really working for me. So I'm hoping this will help get me out of my slump.
It's like the muse was gone for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that you're doing that. This is my last one. It's in my, excuse me, my Knit Is My Bag Happy Gnomes. She called it the Sleepy Gnomes, but I don't, or Lazy Gnomes. I don't see that. They all seem to be busy, except for one who's sleeping. So I call this my Gnomes bag, my industrious Gnomes bag here. And this is my baby sock, Flynn Rider baby tube sock project here. This is from Rapunzel. Now, I know that this probably won't be eligible for ours, but it might be eligible for Laura's.
Yeah.
Because Flynn Rider's not part of Rapunzel. Or, what's she called? It's called, what's it called? Is it called Rapunzel?
No, yeah. It would be called, I guess it would be Rapunzel.
It's Rapunzel. What's the movie called?
Oh, well, the movie's called Tangled.
Tangled, okay, so it's Rapunzel.
I can't remember what the actual fairy tale was called.
I think it's Rapunzel.
Yeah.
That, so this is how far I've got. I've got a few more rows to go before I can seam it up and make the next one.
Now, I'm sure there is a novelization of Tangled by now.
I'll have to check and see, because if that's the case, then I can use it.
Yeah.
And this is the front of it. Garter stitch, but it's the front of it, because the back of it, you can see the line of the color change. And this is a self-striping, so you can still see it. Look.
Well, yeah.
So this is fun, and it looks kind of like I'm almost done, but I guess I still have to do the rest of the foot. It's a little tube sock. So that's that. And Beth, I think you had said something about I'm not a scaredy crafter, and that you didn't know how, if you could never dye yarn. Yes, you can. I bet you can. I've seen your stuff. You're talented. I'm sure you can dye yarn. So there.
You told her.
I did. Beth is going to stop watching if I keep shouting her out. Calling her out on the carpet. She's a sweetheart.
I think I gave you my allergies.
I think you did. Okay, I'm done with mine.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad not to have them today.
Okay, well, they can't get away with a podcast without somebody having allergies. I mean, that might be just...
Allergies?
Allergies, yes, because that's what I said. I should be kicking into gear now. I've had some tea.
Do you have any FOs?
Mm-mm.
I do.
You do, though.
Yes.
Yay for FOs.
So, as evidenced by the fact that I didn't work on it, I have finished Thorn's Reading Hood, which is the Thorn's Hooded Cowl pattern by Summer Star.
Oh, it goes with your outfit this time.
It does. I used Miss Babs Yowza in the Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017 colorway Inner Harbor View 2. And really, I had, like, very little left.
Oh, yeah, she's not even going to have enough for a square.
I'll have enough for the small square.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For the new blanket? Is that the old blanket? The
Old
small
blankets.
Yeah.
So. Now, they had me turn it inside out in Kitchener. In the future, I'll probably keep it not inside out.
Why?
Because it leaves this ridge.
Well, what would it leave if you kitchened it on the outside?
No ridge.
Oh. I kind of like the ridge.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll probably do it with a slightly heavier yarn next time, too. Like not a Miss Babs. I don't know. Because Miss Babs is a very light worsted. Yeah. But I didn't want anything too heavy either because I don't like anything too heavy around my face. So this is how it would be if I was just wearing it as a cowl.
Oh, yeah.
But it can also...
Well, you put the thing down, too. You can see it would be...
Well, I would never wear it just like this.
It looks nice just like that.
I probably would not wear it very often just like that. Most often when I am going to be wearing this, when I'm cold at night, it'll be like this. This is where I wear it most, even though I can also wear it kind of as a miniature poncho.
With a caplet.
Yeah, it's a caplet.
You can pull it down here, too.
Yeah. So, this is not the way I usually tend to wear it. Usually, I tend to just sort of wear it like this.
Very nice.
So,
Very cool. Okay, anything frogged?
Not for me.
No, okay. I'm really happy. I got a notification from my favorite author, one of my favorite authors, Patrick Carr. His new book is coming out, which means that everything else that I'm reading is going to go to the back burner as soon as his stuff comes out. And he's doing a newsletter now, so I'm really happy about that.
So she can stalk him even more easily.
I don't stalk him. He's coming to my mailbox, not the other way around. Okay. And I have read Heir to the Empire, and I'm keeping up with my religious readings. How about you?
I mean, I've had work and stuff, but my newest obsession has been Person of Interest,
right.
So I've been watching that.
And you've done some writing, too.
Yeah, a little bit of writing.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that we have to do for the reading part of it?
I don't think
so. I did forget to mention, I
don't have any shopping.
I did mention at the top of the podcast about the yarn. I do want to thank again everybody who is ordering or has pre-ordered the yarn. I'm trying to dye up the orders as I get them, and I will put them all up in the shop, probably in batches as I receive them or as I was able to dye them. I will let you know, but keep an eye on the shop. I was really surprised at all the DK orders I was getting, so I did order a fair amount of DK, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't order this much DK, and then I was like, wow, about over half of it went. So, and I did have to order more fingering weight because I have to dye up some more of that, and I was happy to see that you guys liked both colors, that both of them are selling, so that's awesome too. I'm very happy to see that. Just keep an eye on the Etsy shop and on your PMs. I will try to let you know both ways, if possible, when it goes up. Your name will be on it because you've already pre-ordered it, and that way nobody else will pick it up. It will be, yours. For example, Laura Concert, she ordered something. I will put her order up
with her name
on it. And most likely it will be just for my ease. You'll probably see like Laura ordered 2 things, so it'll be, if it's not the same colorway, it'll be Laura Concert
Colorway
A and Laura Concert colorway B, and whatever she ordered in that. So you just take them both, and then for that she would take them both. I'm confusing you, but you'll see when you get to the shop. It's just easier that way for me. So keep an eye on that, and thank you very, very much. Pre-orders will continue for a little while longer, and then after that, I know some people were saying that will it be available during the rest of Autism Awareness? It will be, probably throughout Autism Awareness, but this is the push. If you want to make sure you get it, this is the push time. So thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. And I want to thank Beth. I know I'm mentioning her a lot, but Beth, thank you for putting the Autism Awareness yarn up in the Loom Knitters group. I appreciate that. I did get a few orders from that group, and I appreciate you supporting my shop. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, before we forget, don't want to forget it this week.
Oh, yes.
This is our enabling. We received a package in the mail just as we were recording last week from Laura Smoot. That's Spinning Laura. And she sent us this package. I don't have Davina's stuff because we gave it to Davina. But she sent us this little Easter gift. I love it. I love her hand cream. This is her hand cream, and it looks like, I keep saying a deodorant because that's what it reminds me of. You do this to use it. And I'm not using this one because I'm still finishing up my other one. But I love this stuff. It's very, very good.
And she makes it herself.
She makes it herself. It's called Knitter's Hand Balm. And it's made from, I can't read this.
Cocoa butter, beeswax, coconut oil, lanolin, shea butter.
So that's really good stuff for your hands. It doesn't feel greasy either. And then she sent us in here, little eggs. She sent us a little Twix.
With 2 little stitch markers.
And I think they're Progress Keepers.
No, they're stitch markers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're on a little thing together.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Here's mine. Okay.
And it's an egg and a little
Because one of them is a lobster claw. Oh, yours aren't.
Mine
aren't. She gave me one crochet and one knitted.
Yeah.
She gave you both knitted, and I think she gave Davina both crochet.
That makes sense.
So here I've got a little. It's a peep.
Yes, it is.
A little peep and a little and I think she made.
I'm pretty sure
she's doing polymer clay and everything. So I think she made both of these.
I'm pretty sure she did.
So thank you very, very much, Laura. These are beautiful. I love them, and it makes me happy. And I have to learn how to make stitch markers. This is just amazing. We have very talented, generous people in our group.
We do.
And I didn't expect it at all. I never do. I never do.
But it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, and it just. Davina was ecstatic. She likes to be remembered, so that was nice. She does. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I want to put this away here. Take it out of the box. What did she put in here? Oh, I think she turned the box inside out.
Oh, okay.
Which I never
No,
considered.
it's not.
Well, what is that then? It's
I don't know, but the FedEx is on the outside.
Well, yeah, her FedEx. Oh, right. I don't know. It's really strange. Huh. See, there's a see that pink there? It's like a sticker on the inside. That's really weird. Anyway, thank you, Laura. That little digression into stickers. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay, we do want to thank everybody who commented on YouTube. Brittany Morris. Oh, Brittany. Sally, Stephanie, and Miss Birdie B. There it is. Miss Birdie B.
Okay, we'll write it down. Although if she's not on Ravelry, I won't be able to tag her.
I think she's Birdie's B. Birdie B's, I think. Paula. Okay. So thank you for that. Thank you for your comments there. Thank you everybody who commented on Ravelry as well. And please keep up all the good work on the along threads. Keep your eyes open for the autism awareness threads. And what are we podcasting next week?
We should be podcasting on Monday.
Okay, so we'll be shooting for Monday, and I believe that is the last week of March.
I can't remember.
Tomorrow's the 19th, so that's the 26th. So you have about 10 or 15 days left of the first quarter of Tea and Tales and for all of Ready, Set, Go. So you guys can finish a lot in that time. Some of you guys are really fast, so that's good. So in the meantime, we want to wish you all a very blessed and happy week filled with knitting and crocheting and crafting and whatever it is that makes you happy. We hope to see you here for the Fun and the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 300, and that's a wrap.
Bye.